One. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to day 3 of our Readers Workshop lessons. And again, today we're going to be doing another activity. And I want to share with you my screen so that you can see how we will be doing that right now. Okay, so, the other day I was talking to my mom and we were watching a Korean drama on Netflix together. And we were talking about how this character, we just didn't like this character at all. But then when we got to the end of the movie, I was like, wow, actually, I just changed my mind about this character. And I was just trying to think about, wow, that happens a lot in our books too. Like, because I feel like I didn't change. I feel like our characters sometimes in our movies or in our books change. And so I was thinking, I wonder if that's true for our own reading books today. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how do we see if characters really change in our story. And again, this week we're going to be reading Enemy Pie. And so you're going to go on your SeeSaw account, and then you're going to click on the Reader's Workshop Character Change lesson, and you're going to click Add a Response. And then I'm going to select myself, Miss P, but you're going to select your own name, okay? And this will pop up. It'll have a then and a now, and you're going to write your text at the top, what story you're reading. Miss T is going to be writing Enemy Pie because I'm going to use that as our example, but you're going to write the story that you're reading at home because we know you're all reading every day for at least 20 minutes. So I wrote Enemy Pie on the title. And again, you click on the T over here to record your text. And so I'm thinking, what happened before in the beginning of the story? So that represents our then. And then what happened now at the end of the story with our character? I'm going to choose, you can choose any character in your book because there's so many different characters. So I'm going to choose the boy that we actually don't know his name. We're just going to call him the boy. That's why it's so important, writers, to make sure sometimes it's good to give our characters names so it's easier to talk about. And so we're going to think, how did he act in the beginning of the story? And did he change at all at the end of the story? So our teachers today are going to help us think, okay, in the beginning of the story, what was the boy like? And then did anything change within him? And remember, characters can change their emotions. They can change their thinking. They can change their actions. These are all things that can change. And so let's give ourselves some think time. And boys and girls, you can also pause the video to give yourself some think time about how our character, the boy, changed, or how he was in the beginning of the story. What was he like then? And teachers, when you're ready with a thought, give me a thumbs up and I know to call on you. Awesome. Ms. Akima, do you want to start us off?
Yes, so I said in the beginning, the boy was angry at Jeremy because Jeremy did not include him.
And I noticed that you're writing about the boy's emotions, and we're talking about how his emotions changed, maybe, how he was in the beginning of the story. Awesome. I'm going to keep that there. And Miss Kim, did you have a different thought?
I had this similar approach where I talked about the character's feelings, but instead of angry, I actually put that in the beginning of the story. The boy felt sad because he maybe didn't have a friend to play with.
Awesome. So boys and girls might want to write that on your text too. But again, I'm showing you guys what Enemy Pie would look like, and you're choosing your own book. So there's so many different responses about how we could describe our characters. We could talk about emotions and then feelings, and so, actions. And so we're going to put then, and then now I'm going to ask Mr. Kimowich, how do you think he changed at the end of the story? Did he change?
I feel like at the end of the story, the boy was excited to have a new friend because he learned that Jeremy was actually really fun.
And so I feel like that's how you really showed really well how his emotions changed and how he went from angry to excited. So that's one way that characters change in the story. Miss Kim, how about you?
I said that now at the end of the story, the boy was feeling happy. So same thing. I guess it's the same thing as Miss Yokimo, which is that he now has a friend to play with.
Awesome. So we can see that sometimes, just like in our real lives, characters change from how they were in the beginning to the end. And we really want to see your thoughts about how your characters in your own books have changed from the beginning to the end. So boys and girls, go ahead and you can either add text. We'd actually love to see you try adding text, and also record yourself if typing is hard on your tablet. And we would love to hear your thoughts. So thank you for joining us today. We want to see your responses on your SeeSaw. Okay, bye.
Bye.